Hey everyone, welcome back. We're diving into AI and content creation today. Seems like that's all anyone can talk about on X lately, right?
It really does, doesn't it?
Especially with this new tool, the AI-driven content optimizer. People are going crazy for it. Marketers, writers.
Yeah.
My grandma even asked me about it the other day.
Wow. Yeah. It's definitely more than just hype. This tool, I think it points to a much bigger shift that's happening.
Mm,
AI is becoming such a huge part of how we make and even consume content now.
yeah, it's pretty wild. So let's get into it.
Okay.
So the AI-driven content optimizer,
Mm.
from what I understand, it takes your text,
Uh-huh.
analyzes it, and then uses AI to
Mhm.
suggest like all these improvements
Okay.
of SEO and engagement. But it seems like it's a
Yeah.
lot more than just throwing in keywords, right?
Absolutely. You can think of it almost like a Swiss Army knife for your content. It's got all these different tools.
Okay.
So it can look at keyword density, readability for a blog post, but then it also knows to focus on things like brevity and tone if you're writing a social media post.
That's interesting.
It's not just a one-size-fits-all thing.
Right. It adapts to the type of content.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense. So like having a different editor for every platform you're on.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that really stood out to me was this real-time SEO suggestions. Is it really learning and updating as SEO changes happen?
It is, yeah.
Because that seems like a game changer. If you're trying to stay ahead of the curve, that's
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, imagine the AI is constantly watching those algorithm updates,
yeah.
looking at what's working for top-ranking content, and then giving you those specific recommendations.
Right.
It's basically like having an SEO expert who's working 24/7,
Mm-hmm.
always making sure your content is optimized, even as things change.
So you're not just optimizing for today. It's like you're future-proofing your content as you write it.
Exactly, yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, and then there's the tone adjustment feature.
Oh, yeah.
That seems pretty cool, too.
Mm.
The AI can actually adjust the tone of the writing to fit different audiences.
Yeah, exactly. It's like having a chameleon writer.
Oh, I like that.
It blends in anywhere. So you could have the same core message, but
Right.
you can make it perfect for, say, like a Gen Z audience on TikTok
Uh-huh.
or a group of executives on LinkedIn.
Wow.
That's what's making people so excited. This level of personalization,
Yeah,
it's pretty powerful.
it's huge, especially for businesses.
Yeah.
They're always trying to connect with all these different parts of their market.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading about this case study. There's this small e-commerce business,
Okay.
and they used the tool to revamp all their product descriptions,
Yeah.
and their click-through rates went up by 50%,
Wow.
and conversions went up by 30%.
That's incredible.
Those are big numbers.
Yeah, that's what I find so interesting about all this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about making content easier to make.
Right.
It's about making it actually work better.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
And I think that case study really shows how AI can really impact a business, directly on their bottom line.
Exactly. And it's not about letting the AI, take over completely, right?
No, not at all.
You can customize the tool to match your own goals for the content.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to hit a certain reading level,
Uh-huh.
or you really want to push for more engagement, you can actually tell the AI to help you get there.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest misconceptions about AI tools.
What's that?
They're not trying to replace human creativity.
Okay.
It's about making it better.
Enhancing it.
Yeah, you're still the one in control.
Yeah.
You can define your style, you set your goals,
Mhm.
and then you use the AI to help you get there, to
Mhm.
produce content that's really good, but also feels like you.
So it's like a really, really smart assistant
Mm-hmm.
who understands what you're going for
Mm-hmm.
and then helps you make it happen.
Exactly.
And it's not just for people who write blog posts and stuff.
Right.
Marketers could use this for A/B testing.
Absolutely.
And even big companies could use it to make sure their brand sounds the same across all their content.
Yeah. It goes way beyond just blog posts. I mean, we're talking about entire marketing teams using this to refine their messaging.
Wow.
Or huge companies making sure that their brand voice is consistent across every single thing they put out. It's about doing things efficiently and well, even when you're working on a massive scale.
Yeah. It's starting to sound pretty futuristic, all this. But it seems like AI is becoming a really crucial part of making content. And it's not just about making things sound pretty.
No.
It's about making content that people actually want to read and engage with.
Absolutely.
I think we have a lot more to unpack here, though.
Yeah, definitely. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I think we should dig deeper into how AI is actually being used to get people more engaged
Okay.
and maybe even talk about some specific ways you can start using these tools yourself.
That's good.
Yeah. You know, one of the coolest things about AI and content is, like, it doesn't just analyze what's already out there. It can help you come up with new ideas
Oh, wow.
from scratch. It's almost like having a brainstorming partner who's read every article, seen every trend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's what blows my mind about this whole AI thing. It's not just like fixing your grammar or whatever.
Yeah.
It's getting into the creative process.
Yeah, absolutely. These tools can go through tons of data, find patterns that maybe we wouldn't even see, and then like give us these potential topics, angles that are going to grab people's attention.
It's like a research assistant that can summarize a whole library in like seconds.
Exactly.
So for someone like me who stares at a blank page for hours sometimes,
Yeah,
this is music to my ears.
right.
But how does it actually work? Like, is it really thinking up these ideas itself?
Well, I mean, it's not thinking like we think,
Okay.
but it's getting close. These models are trained on so much data, articles, social media trends, all of it.
Wow.
And by going through all that, they can spot patterns, connections that we might not even be aware of. And then they can take all that and like suggest topics or even whole content outlines.
So it's not just random ideas. It's based on like real stuff, real trends.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I gotta admit, the whole idea of AI writing content, it still kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that like something to worry about? Are robots going to take over all the writing jobs?
That's the big question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to remember we're still early in all this. AI is impressive, but it's not perfect yet.
Right.
It can help with basic stuff like product descriptions, social media captions,
Mm-hmm.
but for really engaging content, you still need a human.
That makes sense.
Wait.
AI can put words together, but it's the human stuff, the creativity, the storytelling that makes it actually connect with people.
Absolutely. You need that human touch to make it, you know, funny, emotional, give it personality.
Mhm.
AI can get the basics, but it's the writer who turns it into something special.
So it's more like a team effort than like a battle.
Exactly, yeah.
We use AI for the boring stuff,
Yeah.
research, maybe a first draft,
Uh-huh.
and then we can focus on the creative stuff that only humans can do.
I think that's a great way to look at it. AI helps us work smarter,
Yeah.
not harder, like having an assistant that does the heavy lifting so we can do what you're good at, you know?
I like that.
Telling stories, making that connection with the audience, making sure it feels human.
Okay, so we talked about ideas, writing,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the technical side,
Mm-hmm.
like SEO? How is AI changing that game?
Oh, that's huge. We all know SEO is important,
Yeah,
but keeping up with all the algorithm changes can be a nightmare.
it's a full-time job.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And now we have AI that can take care of a lot of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So instead of me spending hours trying to figure out keywords and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
the AI can just tell me what to do.
Pretty much. These AI SEO tools can analyze search trends, figure out the right keywords,
Wow.
even suggest specific things you can change in your content to rank higher.
That's incredible,
It's like having an SEO consultant on call all the time.
especially for someone like me who's not an SEO expert. That's amazing. But I do have one question.
Yeah.
If everyone starts using these AI tools for SEO,
Huh?
won't all the content end up sounding the same? Like just robotic keyword stuffed stuff?
Yeah, that's a good point. We definitely need to be careful about that.
Okay.
The key is to use these tools as a guide,
Mm-hmm.
not like a rule book.
Right.
They can give us great insights,
Yeah.
but we still need to make sure our content is engaging and original.
So it's about finding that balance.
Exactly.
Using the AI to help our SEO,
Yeah,
but without losing our voice, our style.
precisely. AI can help us get seen,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the human stuff that makes people really connect with it.
That's so important. It's a tool. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's how we use it that matters.
Absolutely.
This has been really eye-opening. We've covered so much, from how this new tool works to the bigger picture of how AI is changing content. I feel like I have a much better grasp on all of this now.
Yeah, we're starting to get a clearer picture.
Yeah.
And this is really just the beginning. I think we should talk about the future of AI,
Okay.
how creators are adapting, all that. There's some really exciting stuff on the horizon.
Okay, let's do it. I feel like we've gone like full speed ahead into the future. We've gone from AI that just fixes your grammar to AI that can come up with ideas, write the content, optimize it for the whole internet. It's a lot. So where do we go from here? What's next? What does the future of AI and content look like?
Well, get ready because it's going to get even wilder. One of the most exciting areas is natural language processing.
NLP.
NLP, exactly. Imagine AI that doesn't just understand words, but the meaning behind them, the nuance, the emotion, the context.
So it's not just putting sentences together. It's actually getting what those sentences mean. And that's kind of scary, but also really cool. What would that even look like in practice?
Think of content that knows what a reader needs before they even realize it. Or AI that suggests little changes to your writing that make it more persuasive or hit you right in the feels. We're talking about connecting with people on a whole new level.
Okay, that's like next level stuff. It's like we're about to have AI writing bestsellers and hit songs.
Yeah.
But if it gets that good, what happens to us? Do we just become obsolete?
I think that's the big question everyone's asking. But remember, technology is always changing, and we have to change with it. Instead of being scared of AI, we need to think of it as a partner.
So it's not AI versus humans, it's AI and dehumans.
Exactly. AI can do the technical stuff, data, algorithms, maybe even a rough draft.
Mm,
But we bring the magic, the creativity, the perspective, the emotion that makes it real.
I like that. It's not about being replaced, it's about having these new superpowers. AI gives us the tools so we can focus on what we're good at. Are people already doing this? Using AI in their work?
No, absolutely. Smart creators are already integrating it into their process. They're using it for research, brainstorming, even beating writer's block. And it's working. We're seeing better engagement, better SEO, and content that's just more effective.
That's good to hear. It sounds like being willing to learn and try new things is key. But with all this, how do we make sure we're not losing that human element? How do we stay authentic when AI is doing so much?
That's where our own judgment and values come in. We have to use AI in a way that makes our authenticity stronger, not weaker.
Right.
Remember, it's a tool. We get to decide how to use it.
So it's not just about what AI can do, it's about what we choose to do with it.
Exactly. We choose how we integrate it, how we shape it, and how we use it to tell our stories in a way that feels real.
That's pretty powerful. This has been an amazing deep dive. We went from the basics of this new tool to the whole future of content creation with AI. It's a lot to take in, but I feel like I get it now.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's exciting.
It is. As AI keeps getting better, who knows what we'll be able to do. But one thing's for sure, the future of content is humans and AI working together.
I think so too. It's a partnership.
And I can't wait to see what we create. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI and content. We'll be back soon with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep creating, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries.